What's up, everyone? This is our next video. We are continuing the conversation on proof and structures of proofs. We're using the work from page 289 and 290. So if you haven't watched that video yet, please do so. Go back and take a look at that video. Fill out the activity, the full activity on that page, especially 290. In order to be successful for this video today, have something to write with. Maybe a couple of highlighters or colored pencils, things you're going to use, and the note cards that we've been using along the way. But really, 100%, this video is about taking a flow proof with all of its different pieces and arrows, showing the steps going from givens all the way down to the thing we must prove. We're going to put that flow proof into a 2-column proof. Let's get into it. Let's take a look. So a little resize here. And like I said, I have my work from page 280 or 290 that you need to be able to reference as we use these steps and we fill out the 2-column proof from that. Create a 2-column proof of the conjecture. Each box of the flowchart that you completed should appear as a row in the 2-column proof. So, for example, again, we'll slide back and forth here from the book. We have these two angles. We have angle 2 and angle 4 are congruent, and so I had highlighted them on the previous paper, and we're saying eventually that angle 1 and angle 3 are the same size, congruent. So step 1 is literally angle 1 is supplementary to angle 2, and that is given. Now we're going to take that and we're going to write the step in the statements column. And then on the other side, which is what makes it a 2-column proof, we're going to write given on the other side. So a 2-column proof has statements, or really let me reference the video, statements and reasons. We want to put our statements on the right side and our reasons on the left side. And then that is how we structure the order for a 2-column proof. So step 2 is literally step 2 from the 2-column proof. Angle 3 is supplementary to angle 4. Also a given statement. So the statement, I'm going to highlight yellow, and the reason, I'm going to highlight pink. And then I just want to verify that they were written down in the 2-column proof on page 291. Statements, reasons. Look at those the first 3 statements and reasons. Look at them. They are all given. Like, that's what you do with a proof most of the time, mind you. You put all of the given statements down first. It's like when you're getting ready to cook a meal, you want to get all of your ingredients in order so you're not trying to hunt or find or realize too late that you didn't have something necessary in order for the meal to be completed. You want to put everything in mathematics for our proof out there in the front to begin with. What remains to be seen, well, actually, I'm going to go ahead and fill in one more piece before I say that. I know from the flow chart that there were 9 steps. And think about this. If you want to get about half of the grade for me for this when I assess you, I'll give you a majority of the points if your structure is good. And so the structure in a 2-column proof, let me look around the camera here. The structure in a 2-column proof has all of your statements that are givens, and then there's some blank space where we're going to fill in the middle. It's using the formula for the flow proof over here, and write the thing that we must prove at the end. If you can do at least that much, I'll be generous and I'll give you most of the points. Here's how you earn all the points, though. Okay. Reposition my camera. There we go. So statement number 4 literally is statement number 4 from the 2-column proof. So I'm going to write, and I'm using pink and yellow highlighter, I'm going to write all of this measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 equals 180 degrees. And I'm going to say its reason is that it's the definition of supplementary angles. If you didn't write definition of supplementary angles as one of your note cards, you really should. 4. The measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 equals, sorry for the adjustment of the camera, 180 degrees. Step 4, reason, is definition of supplementary angles. Statement 5. Now I'm just going to write it all out. Statement 5 goes here. The measure of angle 3 plus the measure of angle 4 equals 180 degrees. Statement 5's reason is also the same. Definition of supplementary angles. Statement 6, step 6. The measure of angle 2 equals the measure of angle 4. And that's the definition of congruence. Congruent angles in this problem. So the flow proof really is taking all of these steps and it's putting them into a left side, right side structure. On the left side are all of your statements, on the right side of all of your reasons, and they line up. And you should put them in the order of the arrows, like this arrow leads to this arrow, which leads to the very bottom. We're on step 7 now, so here goes. Step 7, the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 equals the measure of angle 3 plus the measure of angle 4. And step 7 is substitution. I would even argue, no, I don't. They both equal 180. So because they both equal 180, the things that they're equal to are going to be equal to each other. Property. And then 8. So that means that angle 2 and angle 4 can get crossed out. The measure of angle 1 equals the measure of angle 3 with subtraction. And it's a property of equality, not congruence. So we want to be careful as we use these that we do reference the correct side of things. Property of equality. So there it is. That is all 9 steps for what it takes to ultimately come up with the statement congruent supplement theorem. From this point on, we don't need to actually write the proof unless I'm testing you. But we can now say because of the reasons that we wrote down in either the flowchart or the 2-column proof, because of those reasons, we now have this rule that works for us. Congruent supplements. Here it is. If 2 angles are supplements of the same angle or of congruent angles, then the angles are congruent. And this right here is saying that we now have a way to just automatically reason without thinking about it for too much of our brain processing. Angle 1 and angle 3 are the same angle because angle 2 and angle 4 are the same angle, and angle 2 and angle 4 form linear pairs and are supplementary to angle 1 and angle 3. And then you swap them in and substitute some things out, and those subtraction cancellations give us that angle 1 and angle 3 are the same. Question for you to consider. Are there statements in the 2-column proof that are not in the flowchart? No, right? Every step is visible in our 2-column proof. Could you put all the given statements together in the same step? Right? Do we have to list 1, 2, 3, given, given, given? Do we have to put the givens in 3 separate things? Sometimes we do. Sometimes we can go ahead and compress it. I want you to always separate your statements and separate your givens. Do not put all 3 of them together in one given entry. Leave them separated because what we should be able to do is kind of reverse flowchart it. I should be able to say angle 1 is supplementary to angle 2, and that is a statement that points to angle 4, or to step 4, I mean. I should say angle 3 is supplementary to angle 4. That step points to step 5. I should be able to still follow a flow through the 2-column proof. Angle 2 is congruent to angle 4, which is visible in step 6. And then from there, we can see how we combine steps 4 and 5 to make step 7. And we combine step 6 to make step 8. And step 7 to make step 8. That really is just saying, you don't have to do the arrows, but that's showing you that the flow proof should still be part of your thinking as you do these levels of proofs. That's a lot to process. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for doing page 289 through 291 with me. We're just going to continue talking about different proofs of different geometry things. As always, build your note cards for our work for this activity, this lesson, and keep growing and learning. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Page 292.